Alright, we're at the Quaker Friends Meeting House at Lake and Purchase Street in Purchase, New York. And there's a bunch of Barneses right here that we found. And I've taken pictures of one row. I have to go along this row here. Here's Paul and Barbara. And there's a very old section beyond the stone fence that we're going to go look at shortly.
Dorcas, yes. Well, these numbers aren't tracking, but that's it, boy. That's it.
Yep.
1790.
This is our eureka moment, the whole reason for being here. We found John Barnes, born 1764, died 1845. He's the father of Gilbert Barnes, father of Sam Barnes, who's my grandpa's grandpa. Sam is buried in Iowa. John and Gilbert are buried out here. So it's not so easy to track these down.
Tell her we found Dorcas.
And we found Dorcas. I found some other headstones with the name Dorcas on it. Apparently was
this is our
more common then. Yeah, there's our Dorcas Barnes, that's true. Do you know Dorcas?
She's on the list.
Okay.
She's a daughter of Sam.
Yeah, she's a sister of Gilbert. Yeah. Okay, this is John Barnes, 1764 to 1845, and his wife Elizabeth Hatfield Barnes, 1760 to 1825. This is really what we came for today, was to find these guys. And we're at the Quaker Friends Meeting House at Lake and Purchase Street in Purchase, New York. So this is our home run for the day. Just a lovely, bucolic, colonial cemetery. Right over there now, that row in the center is the Barneses. And we're at Lake and Purchase Street. And this is the Quaker Friends Meeting House. We just met Peter Cross. He's the clerk of trustees, and he came out and said hi, and we met a couple other people who, he said the congregation is quite inclusive. They have people of many faiths and professions and lots of diversity, and they're mainly focused on community service. They're very pacifist, deeds not creeds, which sounds a lot like the Des Moines Quakers. I haven't been to one of their meetings yet, but they sound very Unitarian from what I can tell. Okay, I'm in the Quaker Friends meeting room. The pews look kind of old with the carpet's new and the drywall is new, but this one parishioner did say this was a 200-year-old building, which means John Barnes and Elizabeth Hatfield Barnes likely worshipped here. There was some sort of split in the Quaker community in the 1820s. John died in 1846, I think. So typical religious life in Westchester County, New York. Don't really know what kind of Quakers my ancestors were, but this is likely the room they met in. Okay, this is White Plains Rural Cemetery in White Plains, New York. Gilbert Barnes and Elizabeth Ogden Barnes are here by family record. Not sure how we know that. Paul checked the index and they do not appear. So I've walked it for 20 minutes, it's huge. And I tried to walk the area in the right date. Didn't find any Barneses at all. Lots of Underhills and allied clans. It's one of the prettiest cemeteries. The azaleas are just going crazy right now. It's fantastic. So we're going to give up and keep searching online. Might call them again and have them look again. And Paul can come back if necessary. Okay, this is delightful. They had forecast thunder showers all day. We just are now getting them as we get to our last cemetery, the Ossining, or Sparta Cemetery. It's the oldest cemetery in Ossining. We're on the Hudson River, inland a mile or two. Michael Ogden and his wife Elizabeth, whose maiden name we don't know, are buried here. And It just couldn't be prettier, though. Old stones and a spring rain. There comes Barbara now. Okay. And we found Michael Ogden and Elizabeth. Yeah, so here we have Michael Ogden, father of Elizabeth Ogden, and his wife Elizabeth. We don't know her surname. He was born 1751, died 1825. So he was a young man during the Revolution. Undoubtedly, he's a Revolutionary War soldier, and died 1825. So totally lived through the birth of the country and the new republic and the War of 1812 and everything that went on in the early decades.